Hey everyone, Sed here with RC Plus Hobbies. Today we got a big one to check out. This is the new Traxxas Funco Motorsports Pro Scale Sand Car. This is their newest 8S large scale vehicle along the lines of the X-Max and the XRT, with the big difference being that it is a two-wheel drive model. Let's go ahead and take a look at the panels of the box and just kind of show you around it. So it's going to come in 4 different colors. You got red, blue, green, and orange, kind of the typical Traxxas color palette. If it works though. Other side is just a picture of it ripping a big old wheelie. These guys are going to be basically $1,300. That's for just the car itself. You would still need 2 batteries and a charger if you didn't have any of that to get it going. If you do the Traxxas bundle, that's going to be about another, I think it's about $420. Let's go ahead and go to the other side. It's just a back picture of the car. It does tell you what's in the box, and so it briefly goes over like the electronics. This still has the 1200 XL motor and the VXL-8S system that you would find in the X-Max and the XRT. TQI radio. Let's see, on this side of the box, this is just talking about the actual Funco Motorsports sand car. Just kind of facts on that one, what it's based off of. Definitely really neat sand buggies. And then the other side of the box has the front of it in red. Goes over the LED whip lights, the front disc brakes, which we'll take a closer look at in a minute. The paddles are belted. And then it's just got scale details like the Whipple supercharger and the R2C filters. So let's go ahead and get it all out and assembled and check it out. All right, here it is. We got the green one. Kind of take a quick look around it here. Really, really neat looking. Thing is massive. So just kind of some of the facts on it. It's going to come with these new chrome plastic arms. You can get aluminum ones, it looks like, down the road. The arms themselves have spots where these little hoops go, and that's to route the cable for the disc brake. So in there, you can see that there is a little steel rotor and then a caliper assembly. Super neat. Be interesting to see how those work. Moving out around back. Of course, you gotta have a wheelie bar on this beast. There's the rear arm assembly, which it looks like just a chrome-plated version of what you would find on like the XRT. So if you don't want to do the chrome, just throw some regular arms on it. Those big old long travel shocks in the rear. This is using their clipless system, and so underneath there's a tab here, on the other side in the same spot right there, and then on the rear it's kind of right back in underneath this flap here. So there's one there, one on the other side, and then this whole shell pops up and off. Move this over here. Actually, we'll take a peek underneath. A lot of reinforcing. It's got this full cage underneath that helps strengthen the body. Comes back into the clip system. Those whip lights there come down through. These don't come on it out of the box. You got to put them on, and so the roof panel has like 2 screws in it that are just barely attached, and so you pull those, pull the roof panel off, and then these guys go down through a hole behind the rear seats, down into here, and then you hook the wires up. There's a power supply down in here that everything wires into, and then this connects up to the truck itself, or the car, however you want to call it, buggy. And then with the body off, We can see that whole new front end design. There's the little actuator system for the front disc brake. So buried down in here, there's a 2075 servo, which comes up into here and then moves this in and out to control the disc brakes. Haven't really messed with this yet, so I assume you can probably adjust this to change the tension on the brakes, but like I said, I haven't messed around with this yet, so we'll kind of check that out a little deeper on our own. There's that VXL-8S ESC 1200 XL motor with the dual cooling fan setup like the XRT has. It's basically the same chassis as the XRT. In fact, it even is the same part number, except for I think they added an X onto it, which near as I can tell, the main difference is just that there's a place on the new chassis to mount that 2075 servo for the brake system, but otherwise basically the same chassis as the XRT. Shock towers, I believe, are still the same shock towers that they've been, but then everything underneath is completely changed. The transmission, it's a direct drive setup. I don't have any like video of it, but yeah, it's just this direct drive setup that goes down into the differential in the rear. It's all mod 1.5 gears, so hopefully that is strong enough for the torque this thing's going to be putting out. And then on the back, you can see that motor that they put in, the little scale detailed motor, pretty neat. Wheelie bar also does not come installed out of the box. It is a little bit of an undertaking. You basically got to pull this motor out, which isn't too much work. It's like this piece here has 6 screws you got to pull out. The motor is like maybe 2 or 3 screws. And then that comes out so that you can put the wheelie bar on it. I'll take a peek underneath. You can definitely see that XRT chassis looking at it from the bottom side. Should be nice and durable. And then over here is the goodie bag. This is all the stuff that the car comes with. So you're going to have your instruction sheet for how to install the LED whip lights, and then the instruction sheet for how to install the wheelie bar, which there is also a little QR code, so you can go to an installation video that Traxxas made, show you how to do it if you're not quite sure on these pictures they give you. A little bag with some Allen wrenches, as well as this one with some fuel tubing on it for maximum Allen wrench, L-wrench comfort. A couple zip ties, which we didn't bother to use for the lights. Probably hook those up before we rip it. Standard wheel wrench. You got a bag here with different spur gear, as well as a couple of pinions. You got your quick start guide, which is going to go over just kind of the basic stuff on, well, the front's all warnings, but just kind of detailing different parts of the car, what tools they supply you with, how to take the body on and off, and so forth. And then this one here is going to be your parts manual. So it'll tell you all the different parts for the car, option parts, and then further towards the back, it's going to have your exploded views, showing you all the individual part numbers and kind of how everything comes together, comes apart. So yeah, well, cool. That's basically it, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get some batteries charged up, get this beast outside and drive it around. I think what we're gonna do, because we really don't want to tear these up, because we tend to we sell the demo cars for a little bit of a discount, but these, we really don't want them getting shredded on the street, so we're gonna put some Proline, I think they're Menace tires, I can't remember, but we're gonna throw some street tires on it so we can run it through the alleyway, get some speed tests, and then hopefully, you know, if we have a chance, we might try to get this out to the beach and actually run it where it was intended. So we will get all that switched out and see you in a little bit in the alley. All right, so we got the sand car out in the alleyway. Eric over here, owner, is going to be doing the driving today. So we've got the GPS unit on it zeroed out, and we've got the car in training mode. I guess just in case you want to hand it off to a newbie. So street tires are on it. Let's see how fast she goes. Survey says 27 miles an hour. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get the body pulled off here, and we'll get it back into full power and see what it does. All right, so we got it back out here. We're gonna reset the meter, and it's now on full power. Let's see what we can get.
Let's try that again. See if we can roll into it more without a wheelie.
Woo, she cooks. Let's go ahead and do another down and back. Oh, hop, hop, hop. Man. All right. Survey says 49 miles an hour.
49 miles an hour. All right, now let's just she will do wheelies for days. No question about it.
Definitely a wheelie monster. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully we can get it out on some sand and get it into the proper spot. Like I said, it does come with some optional pinion gears. It's gonna be one of those things where we'll have to see how it does on the stock gearing temperature wise. Some people are getting it up into the 60 mile an hour range. But yeah, 50 miles an hour, that's about expected for an X-Max type car. But yeah, we're gonna mess around with it a little bit, guys, and then we'll kind of go back in and give final verdict, which, you know, is gonna be not 100% obviously because we because we can't get it out on the sand, but yeah. All right, so we got the sand car back inside. Final verdicts on it. The thing is a ton of fun, lots of power, with these Proline Masher tires on the rear. Still had tons of traction. We're able to get it up on a wheelie with no issue, carry big long wheelies down the alleyway. I'd love to get it out to the beach, hopefully, get those sand tires on it, get it in its natural habitat, if you will. As far as driving it around, you're not getting much steering out of it, of course. You know, it's practically on the rear wheels the whole time. When you are steering, it seems like it steers fine. It does try to roll if you're not careful. You know, it is a little bit top heavy, but you know, it drove, you know, really good altogether though. We did temp the motor and speed control after our runs, and I think the speed control was at about 108 degrees. Motor was like 128, so really not bad on the temperatures. But yeah, I mean, the thing looks wicked. Tons of fun to drive up on the back wheels. It's definitely a neat one. Well, cool. We appreciate all you watching the video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.